name's Matt Galby. I work in the Smart Growth program at the Environmental Protection Agency in Washington, D.C. And over the past, I think, 13 months or so, can you not hear me? I have to speak up? Thank you. Okay. So over the past 13 months or so, I've had the opportunity to work with Melissa in the Mayor's Office of Comprehensive Neighborhood Economic Development to put together the workshop that we're involved with over the next couple of days. You know, which is about providing smart growth assistance to the city of New York, which is going to be piloted here in Bed-Stuy. And I have to say that although it has taken us a little bit longer than we would have liked, it's been a very rewarding experience for me personally, and I think for many of the folks on our staff in Washington. I'm going to take just 30 seconds or maybe a little bit more of your time just to explain why we're here and what we're doing. Our office at the Environmental Protection Agency works on land use issues and development patterns. As many of you know, the Environmental Protection Agency's mission is to protect public health in the environment. The way we build and how we build impacts our environment. If we continue to build on farms and turn farmland into pavement, we're going to have poorer water quality. If we continue to build further and further out, we're going to have to get in our cars more often. We're going to have the commensurate sort of rising emissions and air quality issues. If we continue to neglect, our urban environments where we have vacant properties, previously developed sites, and if we don't clean those up and build further out, we're still going to have bad environmental impacts. Our office tries to reverse that trend. Many folks call it sprawl. But our office, we try to work with local governments, we work with states, we work with key stakeholders, trade associations to help reverse some of the development pattern trends that we've seen over the last 15 years. One of the reasons we wanted to work with Bed-Stuy was because it's an urban environment, it's mostly built out, but there was also an ability to bring smart growth approaches into the new development patterns, as well as green building techniques. These are techniques that help get greater energy efficiency out of existing buildings and out of buildings that are going to be built in the future. What we've set up over the last month, or a couple months or so, is we've done a scan of the existing regulatory environment, the existing policies that influence the way development occurs in Bed-Stuy. We've looked at Plan YC, we've looked at the zoning code, we've looked at the Community Board 3 needs assessment, and we've looked at the 197A plan, all of which have been put together at various levels here in New York City. What we want to do now, though, is talk a little bit about some of the things that we've seen in those policies, and then test them out with you all who live in the community, and see if some of the barriers to better development that we've identified are the same ones that you know. We want to understand what you guys see as being the important things that are here in your community and you want to see built on over the next couple of years. So what we're going to do is go through, we're going to have our consultant, Harrison. Where did you go, Harrison? Right here. Harrison Rue, who's our consultant with ICF International. We're going to walk us through sort of the basic understanding that we have of your policies, as well as try to elicit from you an understanding of what you all want to have seen in your community over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So I think I'll turn it over to you at this point.
And apologies for just 1 second. We're a very family-friendly company, so we have one of our guests, Wendy Fleischer from Pratt, has child care issues. She was going to go in the middle and present a part of this. I'm going to ask Wendy to go first so she can speak her piece and get out of here. So just one second while I pull that up, Wendy. Let me do 2 things. First, anyway, I'm a contractor to EPA. Could I have the rest of the EPA and contractor team raise your hands? Probably don't need to do that because these are all folks that you don't know and you know everybody else in the room, so it's going to, I wanted to honor the rest of the team. Wendy Fleischer at Pratt Institute is going to talk about the retrofit Bed-Stuy piece here so she can get home.